Hi there, it's Pam here from Canterbury Craft NZ. I am doing ABC, hashtag ABC April 2025, and I've had a week off because I have been feeling rather ill, and I'm back to reasonably normal apart from a bit of a runny nose and a frog in my throat. So you have to excuse me, sorry for blowing my nose. Anyway, so labels. I have got some here. I kept them in this wee cigar box. I love making labels. I love making anything really, but I love making labels or tickets. But these are some that I've made in the past, just using the Tim Holtz paper dolls. Very easy, not much to them, but they look really cool if you concertina them up in a journal. You can do them that way. I've stamped on the back of these. And very simple, easy way to spend an hour. These are some other ones that I've done. You can use these as belly bands. You can join them together. I think I've got a couple here that are joined together maybe. Where are we? I did have some before. Can't find them now. Oh, we'll get to them. So some more that I've done, just using postage stamps and little bits out of books, numbers. You don't need fancy things for these, you just need some paper, maybe if you've got some stamps or some little pictures out of magazines. These little labels here have just been stamped on. Somebody sent me this. I wish I could find the template for this because this is fantastic. I love it, but I think these are made for postage stamps, but I've just made them into little labels that I'll stick in my journals. So that gives you an idea of the sort of thing I do. They're little stickers on there. Some more stickers just on Tim Holtz paper. Just really good little things to have in your journal. There's one with Make a Wish. Special. And sometimes if I could find that double one, it would be a good, oh here we go. So this is a double, whoops, the upside down, two glued together, and that makes a good tuck spot as well. And you can use it to decorate, decorate a pocket. That's on a piece of junk mail, that one. And some music paper. I've done all sorts of things with these in the past. Oh, they're actually printed digital ones. But I really like making my own. They're fun. So there's lots of different ways you can do these labels. Lots and lots. Anyway, that gives you an idea of what we're going to do today. And this is nothing new to anybody. I know that because if you follow, whoopsie, that's gone on the floor. If you follow Margaret at Seven Plaza, you will know her formula. And that's the formula I use, so it's nothing new, but it's just a really cool thing to do. So I've chosen two different types of paper today. This is scrapbooking paper, which I have cut to the size of the main ticket. So this one here is 3 inches, and I'm going to have to score to 1.5. And this one here is 2 1/4, and I'm going to score it actually every 1 1/4 so that these can fit on here and we can make some beautiful little labels out of them with inking and other bits and pieces. Now this is a planner. This is a page out of a planner that I made for myself at the beginning of the year, which I've used and I didn't want to keep, and so I pulled it to bits, and so I can repurpose that material now. And that doesn't look particularly straight, does it? Just looking at that. Not too bad. So this is just scrapbooking paper. Again, it's quite heavy, and this is just a digital, and I know this one is from the Junk Journal Studio. So I've done two different, I've done one size there. Sorry, get rid of that paste there. So you can mix and match these if you want to. So I'm going to, without further ado, I'm going to get started. So I've cut those two sides. So the back pages are, as I said, 3 inches by 1.5. So I'm just going to get my scoreboard, and I am going to score every 1.5 inches on this, my dirty scoreboard. So I'm going to go this way and just score probably 1.5, probably 3, oops, 4.5, 6, 7, oopsie, 7.5, what are we doing, 9, what am I doing? I've done that all wrong, haven't I? No, I haven't. 1.5, sorry, 9. Get myself confused, and 10.5, and that leaves you with a little bit at the top. So then I just fold that up and over. I won't be decorating the back of these because these will be for pulling off and putting into journals. But I just do them in a stack, so it makes it easier. So the next thing I do is I go around the corners. So I just use the bigger side of my punch and round these two. Some people like the little square edges, which is fine, and I use a credit card for that. I just chop the end off, or an old store card, and you can do it that way as well and chop it that way, which I'll do with the other lot, and then you can see what I do in my process. But, so it's a bit like mass making this. Oops, yeah, go very far in. And you turn out with some really cool items for your journals. Now the reason I'm doing pink is I am doing a pink and teal journal for ABC April, and I am going to fill that at the end of these sessions so that you can see when you've made all your ephemera, what you can do. So I'm making mine in 2 different styles. One's a grungy look and one's a pretty, because I quite like pretty sometimes. So that's that one done. Alright, and then with the next piece, which is my piece here, that's cut at 2 3/4. Yep, 2 3/4. And I'm just going to cut this down to 1 1/4. Lots of 1 1/4 bits. It's a bit awkward, this little cutter, because it's just right on the line there. So I hope everyone's well and that you haven't got any nasty bugs at the moment. It's yeah, I've just been feeling really crock, but I started feeling better on Saturday, which was good because I was catching up with part of my family that I hadn't seen for a very long time, like years and years and years, and since I was a child actually, and so it was really nice to see them and catch up and reconnect with them. It was a family feud between my father and their father, and they're both our parents are dead now, so we decided we'd meet up. So it was really lovely, so cool, because they're my only family in New Zealand, and the rest are all in the UK. So it was really lovely. So that's my bit of spicy gossip for the week. Nothing exciting really, but well, it was for me, but not for anybody else probably. So with this one, I'm just going to cut it on, do this next size down, which is 7mm, just so it's got a little bit of, oopsie, so that'll sit on top like that, and I'll glue all these down in a minute. If you're making these into tickets, all you'd do would be to get your hole punch out and punch a wee hole in between, and you could put one in the middle as well if you want to. But these particular ones are going to be labels, just single-sided labels. which I will dot throughout my journal. Oh yeah, I have got enough. Oh no, one short. So one more. Quite handy with wee cutters, little ones. I'll take that for donkeys. Yeah, they used to be a card maker and I found those quite good, but I've gone off the Skizz cutters. I don't think they're very well made these days, and they keep changing the jolly blades on them, which drives me insane. Anyway, I'll put the scoreboard out of the way so we can get on and do this particular one. Put you out of the way too. And I'm going to look for some postage stamps. And I'm going to grab this little thing. So normally I wouldn't go around in pink. I'm a bit of a grungy girl, but I'm trying to keep this journal that I'm making quite feminine, because I don't normally make feminine things. Mine are, well, I'd say that, but I do like botanicals. I use a lot of botanicals in my journals, but I'm not really, I don't really use a lot of girly stuff apart from the odd bit of lace. And I grunge everything up anyway. So for me, this is cool. Just getting a little bit of pink in there. Quite like the Brilliance inks actually. I used to always buy them in VersaFine Clear, but not Clear, VersaFine, just VersaFine it was, I think. So I've got lots of colours of ink, but I still tend to stick to my browns, which is really weird. I got them all, no, for that one. Alright, so that's what that all linked up. So you see where I did my January thing there. I've resorted to not making my planners now. I just use a, I don't even know what they're called. They're by Delusions, and they have a canvas cover and sort of like travel size journal, little individual journal things that you can buy for them. I really like those because you can pull them in and pull them out. Got plenty of room to write your shopping lists and do your budget and all that sort of thing. And it might be a wee bit bulky, but it works for me. I should use my phone, as my son says. But I don't, because I'm old-fashioned. I like to set it like a week at a time, so I know where I am. Right, so that's all done up, and we will place them on here and see where we like them. Is it all in? Pretty much. Make sure I've got them up the right way. I think it goes that way. That one's the other way. Beautiful. Right, so I'll just glue all these down. Get rid of that plug of glue. Yes, I haven't done very much crafting at all actually. I've sort of started a journal cover for this journal that I'm making for all these things, but I haven't, oops, can't see that very well from here. But I haven't put it together properly yet, and I'm still umming and ahhing over bits of the cover because I've made it into, I've made it in pieces in a fabric, and cardboard. And I've used a sewing machine to sew the bits together because it wasn't very strong because I was using pink gingham. So I'm waiting on some more ink before I cover the inside and put pockets in it, and then put it all together, because I don't want it to be a real chunky monkey, because I normally make chunky monkey journals. I get carried away with what I put in them and then I end up with big alligator mouths. Like I made a 260-page journal recently, and yes, let's just say that was a big one. Turned out lovely though. I was really pleased with it. But this one's going to be a lot smaller. It's I'm getting more refined. I like to think I am anyway. Joke. Right. So there we go. So there we've got all those put together. Lovely. Easy, isn't it? Right, I've got my little Tim Holtz things here. And other little people that I've got. I love these ones actually. So I'm just wondering if I can, because I don't know whether these will be. They're quite cute. I'm going to cut them down. It's quite cute. They don't have to be uniform size. But, do you want them a wee bit shorter than that? Just like a wee bit of the pine showing through. Cool. Just a little sweetheart. These don't have to be the same either, because they're not all going in the same journal. Sorry, in the same place. So they can be differing hues. I don't really want to cut her dress off, but I'm going to. It's going to be a wee bit big, I think. Yeah. Quite cold, isn't she? Let's just see if we can get around here. Not very good at cutting ovals or circles, but that wasn't too bad, was it? That's cool, yeah. I think, oh, hang on, there's another couple of, oh, look at her. Isn't she adorable? Alright, so I'll pop her in. Love a hat. Dewy hat. She's got a cute hat on too. bit crooked. Now it's all about the hats in this one. Last one. There we go. So that's going to be that. The pictures for that one. And I'm just going to go to my little stamps here. So what have I got in here? I always end up with a little dish of bits and pieces on my desk. I know it's from Tracy Fox, and that would be quite cute on one. Gee, even these words, never look back. That'd be quite cool. Anything that's possible. You go ahead, don't need to want to dull your spell, it's probably a bit big. Home sweet home. The journey is the reward, that's quite cool. Every moment matters. Right, let's see if those they might fit in. Just remembering we've got a small space, and then I'm just looking through my stamps for some pretty little stamps, which I don't seem to have a lot of little stamps. One of those might. Fit in. I'll have to the white ones might be nice too. Those to one side. Oopsie, get in there. What have we got over here? It's got love written on it. These are my favourites, with the flower, the Ko-Fi and the Kakabek and everything. They're beautiful. Alright, so I haven't got much there in that particular one. So I will have a look. And my animals and birds and see what we've got there. A bit more. Oh, a number might be good. This is a bit that takes the time, isn't it? It's choosing the right embellishments, really. Oh. 40 there. I thought I had some butterflies in here, but I've got fish. Oh, there's the butterflies. I think they might be a wee bit big. No, it doesn't really go. Right, let's see what we can do with this lot. I like that over that side more. So she's looking back. Let's try this. Anything. Not liking that so much. Get rid of that back over there. I'm just going to ink around this. Just using, that was a scorched tumble. I kept wanting to call it scorched almonds, which are delicious. I love my scorched almonds. In fact, I might get some in for Easter. I wonder what everyone's doing for Easter, whether you're going away or staying home. Who knows? These really don't need a lot of decorating. I mean, the papers alone just by themselves are quite pretty. But, sticky fingers. Well, it's an overcast, dull day here in Christchurch, and I haven't got my light on, which probably doesn't help much, but I think it might get a bit shadowy, more shadowy. Oh no, perhaps it's okay. So if I haven't caught the light well, excuse me, sorry. Just make sure she fits on the label. And that little puppy there. With this one, because it's got the word love there, I don't think it needs anything else on that particular one. I'm sorry, I don't know where I got these people from. I think it was, I have a feeling it was Art House Whimsy, but I'm not sure. I'm terrible at remembering the names of the kits I use, which I'll have to get better at, I suppose. I did see a wee flower, and I think I'm going to use that. I've got my wool here. No, I haven't got my... I say it, here it is. So all I do is just wind, there's just little paper flowers. I just wind that stem around because it makes a cute wee sort of thing off the page. There's so many different ones, right? Quite a lot over a face, isn't it? Put it down there. There we go. I don't always use words in my, or sayings in my, on my tickets or anything, or labels, but I do use them quite a bit in my art journals. But in saying that, the last couple of journals I've used these little words things that I've got printed off here because they're quite cool little stamps. Oops. Never look back. Could do with some more of those flowers, but they're just a wee bit out of reach for me. What else could we use? No. What have I got? Okay, that I might go there is little rubbers. Some mushrooms. No. What's this one? No. Some Temu stuff, which is rubbish. I might find something in here, actually, and I might find something that makes that lot. That'd be nice. Now some of these I've had in my stash for donkey's years, so quite like that. Just showing you different ways to decorate, it's not. Go between the two of them. doesn't want to come off, does it? Yeah, that's not the best. Oops, where did that go? Let's try. Try that, but no. It's okay though, it doesn't matter. Make this moment count. I could use that. No. Oh, excuse me, I can hear my tummy rumbling again. It's always rumbling. There we go, that's a bit better, isn't it? What I might do is just put that wee flower there. There we go, that's better. Right, so that's all I'm going to do to that one. And this just gives you an idea of what you can do. It's a very little, very unprepared and very little pretty thing to put in your journals. Now, if you split those all up, they'll look quite cool on their own on a page. And you can add some bits and pieces. I'd probably add some gauze behind there, tea-dyed gauze or something just to bring it out a wee bit more. And I'd find another wee label for that one. But they can just be stored in your stash. And then we'll just get on to the other one. I can find the paper now. Oh, here it is. So I'll just grab my scoreboard. Oh, there it is. So I'm going to do these at, I'm going to chop those up. I'm going to do under. So I'm going to do these at 3 inches. And I'm going to do it from this end because that's the top of the paper. 1.5 inches, sorry. 1.5, 3, 4.5, 6, 7.5, 9, whoopsie, 9, 10.5, and 12. Just creasing those. So you can see you've got a bit more of a... I'll just leave that bit on there for now. These ones are going to grunge up. So I'm using scorched timber. No, I'm not. I'm cutting in holes first, rounding my corners. Sorry. I'm really missing double-sided papers. I find it really quite hard without double-sided papers. At least with digitals you can make them double-sided, but it's so hard to get nowadays. It's okay if you're a scrapbooker, but if you're a different sort of crafter like we are, and if you live in New Zealand as well, it's pretty hard to get stuff here like that. I would have loved the Tim Holtz paper, but I didn't manage to get any of that, and I couldn't afford the shipping from the US. I've got it all down the front, so I missed out on that, but that's okay. At least we can still get his backdrops here, which is good. Beautiful. Now you don't have to do the middle piece if you don't want to, like with this piece here. You don't have to do that once you've got it the right way out. You can just use the map, and I think I might just do that because I wouldn't mind doing a few of these rub-ons. Yeah. And show you different things that you can do with this particular one. It's quite thick actually. They're very thick. So, what will I start with? Loving that, but it's pretty the wrong size. I'm going to turn the snap on the side. That doesn't bother me. I've got a wasp or a bee there, that was cool. Get that one out. Just try and use little things. See how we go with these for a start. They might be a wee bit wide, but it doesn't matter. It's the first time I've tried these ones, so I hope they're white. They're white. Well, that will be a bit different, won't it? So get my bone folder. Sorry if I'm making the camera shake. Ooh. That came off a bit better, didn't it? Well, that's cool, like that. And then we'll do this one. Do a few different styles. You'll notice I am putting them a bit higher up on the page, and that's because I plan on using some paper dolls with these. These make really quick little, I mean you could make that one there into a pocket. You know, you could use 3 of them, make it into a pocket. That's why I don't cut them up until the last minute, and then they might just need a wee bit more inking, but they're fine. Ooh, nice. Love that. Right, let's have a look at our paper dolls and see if I can find a nice little singular one. Oh, she's gorgeous. But she's a bit too big. They're all groups. What about these ones? Oh, here we go. This is what we want. Look at these little cuties. Aren't they so gorgeous? Love them. She might go on there. No, I like the little ones. So we'll just pick out our little dolls and then we can get cracking on. I won't go for, she's doing catechism, isn't she, I think, or was it baptism or whatever. Look at those two little sweethearts. Little gorgeous girls. Oh, gorgeous. I can use all sorts on here. Haven't got any boys. We need some boys. Sweet girl. Here's a wee boy. Leave those over there just for a minute. See, as I do this, my table gets it closes in, but anyway, that's all right. We'll start with these ones because we might not get them all finished in time. I just give them a wee ink around the edges. She's got a bit that needs to come out. So these little labels, they can be used, as I said, to decorate. Look at her, isn't she gorgeous? To decorate pockets and things like that. But they can also, like these ones, because they've got the plain back, you can age that up a bit and put them inside a little tuck spot as well. So they're quite versatile, really. Put her over this side. So cute. All right, let's see if we can find some other little pretty ones. I should bought more of these rub-ons now. They're quite pretty. That's a wee bit big. I'll just try that little. I'll cut out that bead in there. I don't think he's going to show up very well there. Oh, well, we're going to use him now because he's stuck. That's not the best, is it? Where's that wee boy? Because he looks like he's looking for... I don't know, he just looks like he's looking for, oh gosh, come you know, he looks like it's on a mission, doesn't he? Sweetheart. I love these paper dolls. I think they're one of the best things that ever came out, really. They're so versatile what you can use them for. And even though that doesn't show up, that background, it's still there, so we know it's there. So I'm just wondering whether we should use another I could use half of that. There we go. Half of that down that side. If you've got 49 Market rub-ons or any other sort of rub-ons, you know, from the major brands, they'd look great on this matte paper, I'm sure. These might be a bit close together for some people, but for me, I don't mind them, like, you know, a bit too samey, but I don't mind that. Sort of all blending in together. They look cool there. Yeah, look, imagine that by itself, it's quite cute. So I'll use the other half on. Oh, I don't want that story and memories. Yeah, I suppose I do. Oops. Do you think this is going to work? No. Let's see what happens with cheap things, eh? So we'll go for something else. Might be because I cut it in half. But that's okay. Put this one down low. Yeah, where it's going to go on the next side. It's okay, because it'll trim off. Stuck to my fingers. Just want to put her there. So the butterfly wings come out from her, from behind here. Very simple, quick little project. And she's got her little wings behind her. It's on here. What else could we use as a background? Oh, let's try a bit of this. Yes, it's going to be the wrong way. that 1 1/4 there. That's okay. Get it on the 7mm. This paper's just from Temu. It's actually not a bad weight because it's not too thick, but it's oopsie. But it's not double-sided. So there we go. I've got a bit of music paper there. That's it. That shows up quite a bit better, doesn't it? With the music paper behind. I might do another couple of those just to add to it. Actually, I think I lied about this paper coming from Temu. I think this is from Spotlight. I think it's a Kaiser Craft, or whatever you call it. Pad. Oopsie. I might rough the edges off on this one a wee bit, just with my scissors, just to get a bit more distress on it. Alright. I'm just going to do this one plain, just with the map. You don't need to over embellish things. I mean, I know we all love that, but sometimes it's nice to have something plain in your stash as well. So I haven't cleaned up, but here we go for today. L for labels. We've made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14, I think. Yeah, 14. Same size, aren't they? Oh no, 15 maybe. So this one here, I still got to find something for that, but that's okay. Some stamps. I'll probably put something along there too. I love her picture. These are very simple, and I do like the little flowers. I might even add some more flowers to those when I can get them down from the shelf. And then when I come to do make a journal, oopsie, I can just cut through one of those, re-ink that, stick it on my page, and it's done. But I just like making them in a whole roll, really, just to throw in my box. And then this one here is all the paper doll ones with some rub-ons, Some show up better than others. I like that one with the butterfly behind here. And the music paper ones are really cool too. I quite like those. And I could add a little rub on or a little flower or something onto those too. And I actually quite like that little plain one. So thank you for joining me today. I'm envisaging, I'm going to try and catch up. So I will have some other videos, but I'm trying to do the right day on the right day, if you know what I mean. And maybe on Sunday I'll have a whole lot of catch-up ones. Anyway, have a good week, and I'll talk to you hopefully tomorrow. Bye.